Welcome to our virtual walkthrough of sailing vessels spared no expense, currently anchored in Boca Ciega, Florida. We have 2 solar panels, 100 watt, propane tank hookup, and throwable PFD. We have 2 sets of lazarettes. I would recommend changing the hinges, but I work at West Marine and can get discounts on that sort of thing. In here we have spare line, PFDs, hose, and what we call boat jewelry. This is access to the engine room. It's a bit messy down here, but she runs real nice. This is a boat step as well as extra storage for lines, and a magma grill that needs a new regulator. She starts fine. We have water exiting the boat where it should. She currently has 1,450 engine hours. Emergency stop. Here we have a bimini, not currently up, but will be. Spare diesel cans, ample fenders, 3 halyards to pull up items like the dinghy, 2 anchors, 1 currently being used, anchor locker, V-berth hatch. We have 2 solar fans located up front, and this boom does not have a lazy jack, but it is currently hooked up for reefing. Continuing downstairs, you can see our propane is on and it works. This is the salon. Here we have more engine access. To the front of the engine, and insulation for heat and noise reduction, so whoever's inside the salon while the engine is running does not lose their hearing. More access here under the sink. More insulation. This side is generally used for accessing water filters and bleeding the engine. Here we have another engine access point and fuses. This is the life raft purchased in 2021. Ditch bag, emergency water pouches. Navigation system, radio, binoculars, Echo Map DV44, never taken out of the box with the transmitter. Space for charts, and more charts and storage. The newly installed salon berth is about the size of a full or double bed, with extra storage added underneath and on the sides. In here, there's ample tools and spare parts that we will leave on board for the next person. In this section is where the holding tank used to be for the toilet. We have moved to a composting head rather than a marine head. And underneath here is a whole extra sail for excess fabric and sewing supplies. Over here is the quarter berth, although as you can see we have used it for storage and a fridge. 12 volt or 120 volt. You see this big air filter here. We have both AC and heating capabilities on this boat. More storage. This is slightly torn, but we are across from a marine shop and we have handheld sewing supplies on board as well. This trolling motor will be for the dinghy. We already have the solar panel for trickle charging, the batteries for the trolling motor on the dinghy as well. Project box with a whole bunch of extra supplies in it. Galley storage. This we use for hoarding about 3 months worth of cans of food. More storage. Spare veneer back there because there is some water damage to the old veneers on the boat, like you can see here. Aesthetic, not really a real issue. Okay, here we have bilge access, spare diapers, a hook we use for gathering anything that might fall in the bilge while working on the engine, and 2 bilge pumps. Okay, going into the forward section of the boat, we have a stand-up locker, perfect for foul weather gear or anything you don't want wrinkled in storage. Boogie board back there. Drawer, another cupboard, a whole bunch of extra storage up here, original numbers from the manufacturer. This is a queen-sized V-berth. That's the anchor locker right there. Light. This item is usable, the V-berth hatch, although we would recommend changing it in the future. It's serviceable and lockable now, but if you want a window or anything more heavy duty, it should be replaced. Underneath the V-berth, we have removable cushions here. There is a bigger opening here, but for sake of brevity, you can use this to check the water levels of our 120-liter bladder-style water tank. It is ensconced in the old Lexan type water tank, so it won't hit any wood or anything. It's quite protected. This is absolutely full, but it's about 3 feet high of storage. Right now it's used for foul weather gear and seasonal stuff that you don't have to access quite a bit. Here we keep spare water just in case, and that is a manual water maker, brand new. We ordered it last year, but it only just got in. There's also a solar shower. Moving on from the bedroom, we got the head. The head would probably be a lot narrower than you're used to on land bathrooms, but we've got plenty of storage here as well. You can see it's like nearly 2 feet worth of storage on top of the sink. We have more storage here. Trash can. Under sink storage. This is where we keep all our cleaning supplies. This sink is currently not hooked up, but it can be hooked up, and we have a water heater on board. Okay, this is the marine toilet we have. It's a composting toilet, which means it's fairly new. We purchased it 2 years ago. Underneath here is even more storage where we keep composting material, bulk materials, extra toilet paper, etc. Now, the hookups still exist if you wanted to go back to a traditional marine toilet. And this is sailing vessels spared no expense. Let me know if you have any more questions. Have a good one.